Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel and the flight briefing room. As you can tell, it's another Paramotor to PeaBee episode. I'd just like to say a huge thank you to all the lovely comments I received on my last video. It really is appreciated. So during this flight you're going to see me learning more new skills. We learned the effects of slow flight and the effects of the controls, the effects of applying full power and if there's an engine failure what I need to do, and also Jim starts introducing me to my first circuits. Didn't quite go as I'd planned. So anyway, let's leave the flight briefing room and I'll join you on my next lesson.
Check clear and shout clear prop without deafening your instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Clear prop!
So just leave it running at constant RPM and choke off.
The choke is now off.
Doesn't really want that choke, does it? No. Yeah, so you're good to taxi when you're ready.
Right.
So just bear in mind the wind direction and how it's going to affect you.
Remembering your trick last time.
Yeah, you can either hang on to that or the upright, or just make sure you always know where the wind's coming from and put the wing appropriate.
Okay. Must be a joke I don't know about, obviously.
You're saying, why don't you take off here?
Somerset radio, Golf Bravo November Kilo Delta, request radio check and desk with information. Kilo Delta, Dunksville radio, runway 17 left hand.
Oh, they're on
17. Is 997. I'll give you the QNH, which is 1028. QNH 1028, QFE 997, runway 17, Golf Kilo Delta.
Pre-takeoff checks.
Okay, pre-takeoff checks. Controls form free. Is there a sequence? Is it left and right and forward and back?
It doesn't matter. Just give it a good old waggle. Make sure you've got full movement and you haven't got some ginormous geezer in the back that's going to restrict your control movements. and just listen out or feel for any horrible graunchy grindy things.
Yeah, nothing feels untoward in that silence.
Got Papa Alpha taking off 17. Yeah, you got it. Good, so we'll line up on the white line, make sure you're running nice and straight, so don't worry about the brake, just if it's rolling gently, that's fine. The wind's pretty much down the runway, so wings level.
Wings level, bars level.
Bar neutral, that's good. Now you can increase the power.
Okay. Increasing the power. Now I know what full power feels like as well. So my foot's further up so I can get more of that. Okay, starting to roll now.
Yep. That's good. That's it. Right, that's good. Keep them wings level. That's the most important thing. Keep the wings level. Full power. Full power. Now pushing gently forwards. Relax. Not on the throttle.
I've done that again. I'm annoyed with myself.
Yeah, it's because you think you're changing gear, you see. It is. That's what everybody does. Okay, so bar neutral. Let her fly herself now. Relax. You're safe as houses now.
And still got full power.
Yeah, just climbing away. I'd have your arms a little bit further apart. There you go. Your forearm should be at right angles to the bar.
Okay.
Good, so we're just checking the temperatures and pressures on the engine.
Yeah, it's still in the green.
If anything's going to go bang, it'll probably be now.
Okay.
And we'll just climb straight ahead until we get some smooth air.
What a lovely day to go flying.
Not bad, is it?
That's one thing I don't actually have to worry about on mine, PeaBee. There's no trim.
No, that's right. Okay, I think we'll level off there, so a little bit of nose down, reduce the power to 4,000, and then relax on that bar again, let it back to neutral.
Attitude, power.
Attitude, power, trim, yeah.
Neutral.
Or attitude, power, relax, yeah. Good, so just make sure we are in level flight, which we are. Perfect, actually. Yeah, lovely. Make a 90-degree turn to the left then, so make a reference point over there.
Okay.
And then round you go. Just wingtip just below the horizon, just shallow turns.
Yeah.
Not giving out downwind 170 full stop.
So now what we're going to do is we're gonna slow the plane down and get a little feel for what she's like when you're flying a little bit too slowly.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is reduce the power a little and ease the bar forward a little, and you'll see a reduction in airspeed on your airspeed indicator there.
So pitch first, then power.
Yeah, we're going to just reduce the power a little.
3.5.
And yeah, that'll be fine. And then just ease forward a little. So obviously straight away you can feel the resistance on the bar.
Because it's out of trim as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so now you can feel the pressure on the bar. We've got 65 now, so you've lost 5 mile an hour already.
Yeah.
We're now going to ease forward a little bit more. We'll get the speed down to about 60.
Reduce the power as well?
No, I think we'll just leave the power. We don't want to lose too much height, so we'll just leave. This is just a slow flight experiment.
Okay.
Really. There you go.
Yeah.
So get it down to under 60 if you can now.
That's quite hard work, that.
That's exactly what we wanted you to feel. That's hard work.
Yeah, that's 65, and we're just about holding. Sorry, correction. Under 58.
Yeah. See if you can get the speed down a little bit more.
It's coming up on 50.
Lovely.
And it feels like the nose wants to drop slightly.
That's fine. Right, now hold it there. That's perfect. Now put it into a shallow turn without gaining any speed.
Okay, shallow turn to the right.
Yeah, so keep the bar there. Keep the bar right out. That's lovely. Good.
Oh, it wants to drop in, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's your shallow turn. That's nice. Keep the speed nice and low. Now come out of the turn.
Oh, that's really hard work.
Yes, that's exactly what we want you to appreciate. It's just how hard a work it is to keep it in a straight line if you're flying too slowly. So that's why we're very, we don't want you to lose any speed, airspeed on the approach, because you'll lose your directional control.
Yeah.
So we'll try a little left turn now. Keep it nice and slow. So we're nowhere near the stall speed yet, but look how difficult it is to fly the plane.
Yeah. And it really, really wants to drop in as well.
Yeah, it does.
More so than when it's in trim flight.
That's good. Okay, now straighten up without gaining speed. Right, so if ever, okay, now gently let the bar back to the original position. So if ever you're in a position where you need to regain speed, you're going to have to do that before you try and get control over the airplane back.
Or get the nose down.
Yes, because you're not going to have enough airspeed to control the airplane or use the roll control if you haven't got enough airspeed. Yeah, just back to normal cruise.
Yep.
So,
sorry, I did that instinctively. I should have asked.
No, it's okay. Just back to normal cruise. So you don't need to worry about stalling this, because only an idiot would stall one of these.
Yeah.
Well, what you've got to worry about is losing a little bit of speed on the approach and not having enough roll control to deal with whatever turbulence you're going to get.
It's the old low and slow thing.
Yeah, because stalling ain't the big issue. It's lack of roll control at low airspeed is going to be your biggest problem.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is a tighter turn. Okay. So we're going to go up to about 45, 50 degrees of bank. We're going to need more bar pressure forwards. The trouble is, the more bar pressure forwards you have, the slower you fly.
Yeah.
Because you're creating drag. So we'll then use a little bit of power to overcome that drag. So strangely, in a tight turn, the power becomes a speed control, whereas at the moment it's a height control.
Yeah.
And the bar becomes a height control. Good, now we'll roll in a bit more and go into a tight turn. So a little bit more bar forwards, a little bit of extra power. Good. VSI should be on 0.
A little bit climbing. So I'm easing back.
Okay, if you're climbing, you've got too much bar forward. And if you're slow, you haven't got enough power.
On the numbers for the speed, 70, and just climbing slightly, so I'm easing off. That's probably because I'm on a bank.
You've come out of the turn a little bit, yeah.
There we go. And then more with the bar.
So remember, now the bar is a height control. So if you're descending, use the bar. And the power is a speed control. Okay. So if you're slow, add power. If you're too fast,
slightly fast.
There you go.
And I'm coming out of the roll. But the VSI is
that's all right. You can stay in here forever until you've got it all nicely settled.
More bank. There we go. Yeah, you can feel that pressure there, just there.
Now sometimes you'll bump into your own turbulence, of course, but it's not really much of a worry. That looks nice. That feels perfect. And if it looks right and it feels right, keep your attention forwards rather than that way. Because you can't see anything that way anyway. So you want to be looking straight ahead. That gives you a good idea of the angle of bank look, so you can use the front strut and give you an idea of what your angle of bank is.
Yeah. There we go.
That's lovely. And so when you roll out, you're going to just reverse the process. So you're going to reduce the power and reduce the bar forward.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you do that now. And you should be back where you started.
There we go.
But what it is important to understand is if you're low to the ground and you try to do a tight turn and you don't do what you just did, you're going to hit the ground.
Yeah. Because there's a lot going on, and things, as you said, the bar and the power switch roles.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that for myself more than anything else.
Okay, so now just make a note of the height we're at, which is still at 2,000. So
yeah, 2,000.
Okay, now do a tight turn, but don't push the bar forward and don't add any power.
Okay. So rolling to low rate, coming in on a medium. I can already feel it descending.
Yeah, look at the VSI now, look at your airspeed.
Yes.
I mean, that is tremendous amount of height loss. I mean, that's just scary.
100 feet straight away. But it almost feels like it's trying to stabilise itself.
Yeah, it is to a certain degree, but it is descending at now 700 feet a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll roll out of that.
Okay.
Back to straight level. We'll maintain the height you've got, whatever it is.
And you need to experience all this, and this is the whole point of why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Is legitimately I could go and fly it tomorrow with the right insurance.
Yep.
But I would probably be a statistic very, very quickly.
Well, I'm sure you'd do fine, but it's not a bad idea just to have a little play up here and get it all right first, isn't it?
We're lined up with 2-2 at Dunk as well.
Go, average 8, taxi to 17.
That's good. When you're ready, you can descend to 1,500 feet.
Okay.
We'll use a power setting of, let's say, 3,000.
Okay. So.
That's it. You can relax on that bar. Once you've got it in the correct attitude for the descent, you can relax on the bar again.
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put ourselves in a situation where we're pretending that we're approaching to land.
Okay.
And we're going to decide not to land, and we're going to do a full power go around.
Yep.
Now, due to the lift and the drag, the thrust and the drag being not aligned with each other,
Yes.
when you push full power on, that pushes the trike forwards, which has the effect of bringing the bar backwards, which has the effect of pitching you down quite violently.
Okay.
So actually, when you're very low to the ground, adding full power is quite a dangerous occupation. And we're going to see the effect of that, but we're going to do it up here where it's nice and safe. Next we're going to descend, so just make sure there's no one underneath you, in front of you.
No, nothing.
And go to a gentle descent when you're ready.
So just bringing the power back.
Yeah, again, about 3,000, as though you're doing a nice little powered approach to land. There you go, runway's in front of you. Oh dear, this is lovely, we're going to land, everything's excellent. And then what we're going to do is pretend that we're about 10 foot off the ground, and that all of a sudden we need to do a go around.
Okay.
So we're going to apply full power.
And do nothing with the bar.
And we're going to do nothing because we want to see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Happy?
Yeah, so when you do it, look at the airspeed indicator. Okay, go for it.
Holy moly.
And then it pitches up very dramatically. So not only does it pitch down very dramatically, but after that, it pitches up like a loony.
Yeah. Because it's them trying to fly as it's trimmed to.
Yeah.
Can I try that?
So try that again, yeah. So go to an approach sort of configuration.
Go, Papa X-ray, backtracking 17.
Okay, powered approach. Back on the power a little bit more. Okay, going around.
Full power, pitch forward, there we go. Oh, look at that, lovely. Good, your airspeed didn't change. Okay, now the opposite is true. So we're now going to go to a full power climb.
Okay.
When you're ready. And now we're going to take lots of power off and see how much airspeed we lose.
Okay, that's neutral. Ready?
Yep. 10 mile an hour?
Yeah.
At least. Okay, so you've got to now imagine that you're climbing out and the engine stops dead. You're going to lose an awful lot of airspeed.
Yeah.
Unless you you lower the nose progressively. You don't want to jam the bar in and lower the nose quickly. You just want to bring it progressively in to try and preserve as much airspeed as you can.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go to a full power climb when you're ready. That's good. So we're going to chop the power and then pull the bar in. And bar out again. And hopefully you lost very little airspeed.
About 8 miles an hour.
Okay. I'm not saying that you got it back to level flight. I'm not saying that you should be able to lose no speed. That's not going to happen. But you just kind of you're trying to reduce the amount of airspeed loss as much as possible. Now your thing, when you practice it with yours, which I hope you will,
I want to.
It's going to lose a lot of airspeed very quickly because it's a very small engine and it's quite a draggy machine.
Yeah. We're just coming into the bumpy bit now, aren't we?
Yeah, you're going to get all the crap coming off the hills and trees and stuff.
That's good for my muscle memory, that's all I'm saying. Hey, this thing gets thrown around a lot less than I do.
Oh, Papa Alpha rejoining left base 17. Now we'll get their muscles built up.
I'm still trying to let it do the work. I'm not fighting it.
You will be in a minute.
70 knots at 850 feet, so I'm going to come down a touch. But with these conditions, we could be up and down like a yo-yo, so...
I'm afraid you've got to work quite hard to maintain height in one of these things on a bumpy day.
Yeah.
Now this will be a low approach and a go around. We're not landing. So we're aiming for the numbers, but we're not going to land. We're going to go down to about 50 feet and then level off and fly along the runway.
Okay.
Papa Alpha is final 17. Yeah, so that huge pitching up was a result of you adding a lot of power, gaining speed and then losing it. So you've got to be real subtle with the power. And remember the power attitude trim thing.
Traffic November 23 Golf Sierra is taxing off for departure and weight 22 with visual aircraft 17.
Okay, we'll level off now. So it's power, bar forward a little, relax. Make sure you got 4,000 on the clock.
Yep.
And level flight now. So tiny adjustments with the power, and I mean tiny. There you go, you got it, lovely. Papa Alpha's going around on 17.
Papa X-ray downwind 17.
I'm going to turn final now, smoothly.
Papa Alpha final 17.
And the wind is coming from the right as well.
Yeah, a little bit of crosswind from the right, isn't there? So just keep your nose a little bit right of the centre line. Yeah, that feels a little high to me.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd rather come in flatter with a bit more power. Gives you more accuracy then.
Right, okay.
There you go. Bring the power up a bit now. There you go. Go a little bit lower this time, so get yourself down to 20 foot or something.
Okay.
Yeah, gently.
I am trying to, I'm trying.
I know. Good, so way too much power. There you go. Now just settle down. A little bit more power now. There you go, now you got it. Now you got it, it's all yours.
I'm just bringing it down.
Nice, just fly along the runway like that.
On 17, we'll go around.
Oh, I cocked that out.
It's okay. It's not an ideal day, as you can see.
No. Sorry, I'm going around.
Okay, that's fine.
I just didn't feel happy.
No, that's fine.
Make sure no one's coming in.
Yeah, there's one on the downwind somewhere. He must be behind us now, but he's alright. And we will be landing on this one.
Okay.
Papa Alpha final 17 full stop. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Papa X-ray final 17, correct.
perfect.
This is traffic over the X-ray back to you from the northeast. Would you want to stay runway?
That's nice. That's fine. Let it come down now. Let it come down. Reducing power a little now. Let it come down. Let it come down. You got to keep it straight. Good. Getting ready to ease forward. Yeah, go on. Yeah, you got it. Go on. And a bit more. Bar forward. Bar forward. Doing. Hey.
Get it out there, climbing outbound.
Well, that was interesting.
Sorry about that.
Good, we'll keep it rolling and we'll...
I didn't touch the brake this time.
No, that's right. Just keep it moving, so you've got one behind you.
Okay.
That's it.
So unless you face straight in.
I thought I'd do a quick debrief just after my second flight today. Really enjoyed it, really hard work, and this is the thing that I'm taking away from the whole conversion process, even though it's only my second flight, is that the differences between a paramotor and Flexwing flying this aircraft. There are so many fine nuances that paramotoring allows you to get away with a lot. In terms of the fine adjustment power, how you come off the power, how you come on the power, and hopefully that should have all been relevant in the video. The pitch changes, the thrust line in relation to the pivot point, they're all so many bits and pieces that when you're coming into land, you're either on the money or you're not. There is no middle ground. You've either got to get it right to come in and land, or it's going to be a mess and you're going to end up going around and coming back in again. As I found out, I bounced on the landing, was a bit annoyed with that, but it wasn't deemed a heavy landing, it was just a bounce. So today my brain is absolutely mashed with information and what I've learnt. I just want to really go away and just digest all that information, rewatch all the videos and hopefully self-analyse afterwards. But there is no way, with my hand on my heart, even having flown for 25, 26 years of all aircraft types, I could have gone straight from a paramotor to one of these and safely flown without causing an accident. There is no way I could have done that. And for me, training is key. So at this point, I'll leave you all to it. So until the next time, everyone, fly safe.